You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Micah Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
Can you believe it? It's the beginning of the week again. Gosh, it just seems like we just had another week and now we're back into another week. Time goes by fast when you're busy. When you're zooming along in life, the day goes by fast. Excuse me. So we have the Senate pass their tax reform bill. Now what happens is it goes into conference with the members of Congress and the members of the Senate. And they hash out and they pound on the table and they finally get the final version of the bill out, vote on it, pass it, and goes to the president's desk for signature. So we have a few more days or weeks for this to happen, and we need to continually, as taxpayers, remind these people who they're working for and that they need to get this done. This is a promise they made, and they need to keep it. So you need to keep on your senator, you need to keep on your congressman and tell them, get this done. Get it done. Tax reform is needed because we've got so many pages. I put in a Facebook post yesterday. I said, we have 74,000 pages. Tax reform is not done. 74,000 pages of the tax code that still need to be looked at and eliminated. It needs to get done. The tax code is way too complicated. And it puts us all at risk. And the reason why it puts it at risk because the tax code is so open out there that anything that we do on our tax returns was subject to audit, was subject to criminal investigation. And we need to get the hands of government out of our tax issues on each one of us and make it more simplified so that we eliminate that risk. One of the other issues that kind of upset me over the weekend is that Senator Collins is now saying that she may not be able to vote for this bill. The new bill that's coming out of conference. So we have some senators that are going to be rogue senators and rogue Congress people who are going to stand to the side. And they're going to moan and groan, and they're not going to play like normal people. They're going to play out on the playground of little bullies. And they're going to put this tax reform at risk again. So do not think that this tax reform is done. There's still a lot that needs to get done. But we may be held up by a couple or two senators that are key to this vote that want to play politics. So that is where we stand at the moment on tax reform. We still have stuff that can happen that can derail this at any time. Unless you, the American people, stand up to them and say, hey, you're working for me. I want tax reform. I want a simplified tax form. I do not want to be subject to risk. Do your jobs. In other words, just tell them, do your jobs. The other issue is I don't hear your voices very much when it comes to our judicial system. If you look at the special counsel that's investigating the Russia probe on Trump, we now find out that there is a FBI agent that was fired because he was texting to his girlfriend, who is an attorney at the FBI, who was also in charge of the investigation on Clinton, the Clinton email probe, the Russia probe, etc., etc. And then we find out that he is so anti-Trump that he was sending out emails to the woman he was having an affair with at the FBI. This is highly unethical. It kind of puts a red flag up on this investigation by a special counsel because there's just too much collusion going on within themselves. And then we look at the judicial system in California, where an individual who killed an innocent woman as an illegal alien gets to walk. Now, thank goodness the DOJ is stepping out and addressing charges against him on the federal level. So we see all these things happening, and I'm going to tell you what truthfully I feel, is that I do not know if I can trust the judicial system or the management at the management level of the FBI. It has been tainted so heavily and corrupted so heavily with politics, where they are supposed to be able to be independent of any political party, have now become a part of the political system within. And that's kind of scary. And it means that the judicial and the FBI and the Department of Justice needs to be cleaned out. When you see these organizations have no ethics, we have a problem. No matter if you like Trump or dislike him or hate him or whatever, that's not the issue. The issue is these organizations and how they have let down the American people on ethics. But I don't hear enough voices from the American people demanding that action be taken against these organizations to clean them up. Now, every once in a while I hear a congressman or a senator say something, but it's rare. It's very rare. Usually they say something just because it's political, and it's not, really doesn't do any good, to tell you the truth. The only way to clean them up is if Congress begins to enforcing the rules on which they are supposed to live by. Let me have a drink of my coffee, just one moment. I'm doing this at 5 o'clock in the morning. I need all the coffee I can get. But I think maybe that's what America needs. America needs to drink their coffee and start contacting their members of Congress and the Senate and saying, hey, we want this to be cleaned up. If the American people can no longer trust the judicial system or no longer trust our law enforcement agency of the FBI or the Department of Justice, we have a problem in America. It becomes a constitutional problem because the Constitution is supposed to be upheld and it's not supposed to be looked at from either a party side. But when you've got an FBI agent within the investigative body writing emails, negative emails, anti-emails against the president at the same time he's investigating the president, that sets the president up. No matter who the president is, it sets the president up. So we need to become more aggressive on the judicial side and the FBI side and get this cleaned up. And we still have in the IRS, we still have this Lois Lerner thing that keeps hanging out there. Now she wants protection when she clearly did something unethical within her job description as an IRS employee. But yet nothing gets done. So we sit here and we keep seeing nothing getting done, but yet somebody else is, because he lied, has to plead guilty. And we've seen an awful lot of lying going on. But yet people are able to walk free. They're still out there today walking free. So my friends, you and I need to be just a little bit more aggressive. And we need to start taking back our country because we are at jeopardy. I would hate for any of us to be in a legal situation before the Department of Justice knowing that an FBI agent hates us. Am I going to get a fair trial? No. I've already been set up. The rope on the tree is already sitting there swaying back and forth, ready for me. So that's what we need to do, people. We need to become more involved. And we need to start telling our members of Congress, because we're the ones that are paying for their salary, that, hey, get on the job, clean out the FBI, clean out the Department of Justice, hold them into contempt, do what you have to do. But things have to happen very quickly because our judicial system is vital to this nation under the Constitution of the United States. A fair and speedy trial can't be done if you've got a whole bunch of people playing politics within government. So we have a lot of things going on this week. We have to keep on top of our tax reform bill. So get out there and start talking. We need to start being more aggressive on our judicial system. Get out there and start talking to all of your members of Congress in the Senate. If our voices are not heard and we don't use our voices, then we are going to be in a pickle of trouble, as my mom used to say. Mike, you're going to be in a pickle of trouble if you do that. Or we're going to be in a pickle of trouble if we don't start taking back and taking control of our massive government that's out there, that seems to be doing whatever they want to do. We have to take back our nation. So I don't know what's on your agenda this week, but we have a big agenda. You and I have a big agenda. And we got to start working on it. It's got to start today. Not tomorrow, but today. Think about it. Because we have to be in control of our government and not the government in control of us. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. Let's end this with a song, okay? This is On Your Side by Epidemic Sound.
I will find a place for us. I will show you where to go. I won't try to change your mind, 'cause I'm always on your side. Time moves faster when you're by my side. It's so easy to get by. I'm leaving all my troubles behind. I will get to you
brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.